To lectures on digital electronics. We are discussing the design of sequential logic circuits, in which we have discussed NOR latch, non latch, and SR flip flop and JK flip flops. And out of JK, we have derived D type delay flip flop and T flip flop, and we have explained every uh, operation bit for every input bit combination. We have uh, discussed the output state of the flip flops, and we have uh, discussed some applications of flip flops, and also each flip flop ICs in the market available. IC numbers also we have seen. Now, objective of this lesson is resistors. What is shift resistor and what is the resistor? What is shift resistor? And the types of shift resistors, and the working of left shift and right shift, and so all the resistors, the universal resistors. We have 4-bit shift resistor and parallel and parallel out shift resistors. These things we discuss in this class. Okay, so a resistor is a group of flip flops used for storing a binary information. This is used to facilitate the design of sequential circuits. N-bit resistor has a group of n flip flops. So n-bit resistor stores n-bit information. For example, let us consider here for example I want to store 4-bit information 4-bit information 1010. I want to store this 4-bit information. Then what I have to do is I have to take 4 flip flops like this, 4 flip flops, and each flip flop, whatever flip flop you take, SR, JK or D, okay, what you have to do is you have to store 1 here, 0 here, 1 here, 0 here. That means you have to set this flip flop, you have to reset this flip flop, you have to set this, you have to reset this according to the requirement. So this is called storing the 4-bit information in the 4-bit register. So this 4-bit register you can draw like this. So this is the 4-bit register. This is the first flip flop 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 flip flops are there. So this is one register. So let us see the need for registers. So the temporary storage of information is possible with the registers, and shifting capabilities. That means the information stored in one register can be shifted or transferred to other register, and from one device to another device the information can be transferred. Shift capability of a register permits the movement of data from one stage to another state. Basic building block in all shift registers is the mostly D flip flop is used. So let us consider shift registers moves the stored bits either to left or to right. So shifting of bits is essential for certain arithmetic and logical operations. Let us consider used for the main purpose is storing purpose, uh, because central processing unit requires the data to be stored temporarily. The shift register is characterized by how data is loaded into and read from the storage bits. storage flip-flops. So now data transfer in registers is two methods of data transfer: serial transfer and parallel transfer is available. Now four types of because there are two possible main classification. Out of these we can use four combinations. So that is serial in, serial out register, serial in, parallel out shift register, parallel in, serial out shift register PISO, parallel in, parallel out shift register PIPO. So these are the possibilities of classification of registers. So let us consider serial in, serial out shift register. In this, the data is serially input into the register, and for each clock pulse applied, one bit is shifted to the right position. So finally all the bits can be shifted out. So this is the output, this is the serial in input. Another classification is serial in, parallel out shift register. So the data is serially entered into the serially entered into the register, and it is collected outside parallelly. So the collected parallel output is available at the output. Now let us see parallel in, serial out shift register. In this the data is entered into the register parallelly at a time, and it will be shifted serially out bit by bit like this. So this is serially shifted outside. Now parallel in, parallel out shift register, here the data is input into the register parallelly, and the data is read from the register parallelly. So this is a parallel in, parallel out with one clock pulse. Parallel in is done with one clock pulse, parallel out is read is done. This serial in, serial out shift register accepts data serially, that is one bit at a time on a single input line, and the content of this register is shifted by one bit for each clock pulse. In general, shift registers are constructed by D flip-flops. Already I told you that serial in, serial out shift register. Let us consider left shift register. So left shift register in this, observe here D0, this is the 0th flip-flop, FF0, FF1, FF2, FF3. These are the D type flip-flops. Observe here, all the inputs are arranged like this: D, D1, D2, D3, and input is applied at the D0 like this input, and each flip-flop output is connected to next flip-flop input like this. You see, Q0 is connected as input to D1 like this. You see, one of the output of one flip-flop acts as input to next flip-flop. So next, clock is applied to simultaneously, it is applied to all the flip-flops like this. Clock is going to all the flip-flops. So this is the serial in, serial out shift register. left shift register. So for each clock pulse, one bit is shifted left. One bit is shifted left. So that is the left shift register. Next, serial in parallel out shift register here. It consists of one serial input and outputs are taken from all the flip-flops parallelly. The data in the register shifts by 1 bit for each clock pulse. So this is the arrangement of the flip-flops here. So the serial in, you see, the serial in and parallel out. That means Q0, Q1, Q2. Each flip-flop output is taken parallelly. That's all. So the clock is applied simultaneously to all the flip-flops. And the first flip-flop, this is the first flip-flop. This first flip-flop takes the data inputs. So a shift register can not only store the data but also shift them bit by bit. So here shift left and shift right, two possibilities are there, hence two types. So let us consider shift left register that shifts the data one bit to by one position, and shift right register will transfer the bit by one position, right shift. And the parallel shift register is the where all the bits are simultaneously shifted. So that is the parallel shift register. Let us discuss the left shift register in detail. Already we have briefed this. The first flip-flop, 0th flip-flop takes the main input, and last flip-flop produces the output serially. So the clock is applied simultaneously to all the flip-flops. So let us see the operation. The input D in sets up the right flip-flop, and Q0 sets the second flip-flop, and Q1 the third flip-flop, and Q2 the fourth flip-flop. The stored bits move one position to the left when clock pulse is applied. So let us assume the data to be stored in the register is 1101, and the bits stored are all zeros with data input 1. Let us consider all the data inputs except the one on the right are zeros. The arrival of first clock pulse sets the rightmost flip-flop. So the stored word now becomes 0001. Here D1 is 1 and D0 is 1. So now the next clock pulse sets the second flip-flop. Stored word now becomes 0010. Similarly, for third clock pulse, the outputs are 0110. For fourth clock pulse, it becomes 1101. So here you see this is the left shift data transfer. That means one one zero one. First one is shifted. One is shifted to Q0. So this is the one. One is shifted to Q0. Next one is shifted to Q0, and this Q0 value is shifted to here, and this second one, this one is shifted to Q0 like this. Next, this one is shifted to Q2, and this one is shifted to Q1, and 0 is shifted to this. Similarly, next Q2 is shifted to Q3, and Q1 is shifted to Q2, and Q0 is shifted to Q1, and data input is shifted into Q0. So that is the thing. So this is the left shift operation. So this is the timing diagram of the left shift register. Here the clock is there, and D0 input is 1 during 2 clock pulses, and Q0 is how it is changing, you see. So when D0 is 1, for each clock pulse Q0 is storing the D0 value, you see. At this first, because it is a positive edge triggering, all the clock pulses are positive edge, flip-flops are positive edge triggering. At the positive edge, D0 is 1 means Q0 is 1. So initially all are zeros, you observe, initially all are zeros. So when first clock pulse has come, Q0 becomes 1. First edge Q0 is 1, and Q1 is 0 only, Q2 is 0. In the second edge, D0 is 1, hence Q0 is also 1, it continues 1, and Q1 will take the value of Q0 on the second pulse, hence it is 1, remaining are zeros. Next, in the next pulse, you see D0 value has become 0, hence Q0 becomes 0, and now this Q1 takes the value of Q0, hence it is 1, and Q2 will take the value of Q1, because Q1 value is 1, hence it is 1. Next, this is 0. In the fourth clock pulse, the D0 value is 1, hence Q0 is 1, and because Q1 takes the value of Q0 at the fourth clock pulse, it is 0. Next, it is this pulse is shifted to this 1, this is 1, hence 1 1 0 1, it is shifted. So let me, with the diagram, I would like to tell you so that you will understand easily. For example, 1 1 1 1 0 1. In the first clock pulse, initially all the flip-flops are zeros, 0 0 0 0. Initially all flip-flops stores 0 0 0 information. Okay, for the first clock pulse, what happens is this first bit enters, this is the first bit, this first bit enters the Q0 flip-flop. Hence, this 1 is shifted and this Q00 is shifted to here, and this 0 is shifted to here, and this 0 is shifted to here. Simultaneously, this for one pulse, all the flip-flops takes the values of previous their input values as outputs, because D flip-flop Q equals to D, Q equals to D. Now you see, for the second pulse, for the first pulse, this is the value 0 0 1. For the second clock pulse, what happens is this 1 is shifted to this second one is shifted to Q0, and this flip-flop 1 is shifted to here, this, hence like this. This becomes 1 here, and this one becomes 2 here, like this. And this 0 shifted to here, and this 0 shifted to here, like this. Only single position. So 0 0 1 1. This is at the second clock pulse. This is the value. At the third pulse, what happens is this 1 is shifted to here, so 1. This 0 is shifted to here, 0. And this 0 is shifted to into this, 0. This one is shifted to here, this one. So that is the thing. So hence at the third pulse, 0 1 1 0. At the fourth pulse, this one is shifted. This one is shifted into D0. So this is the 1. 1 is shifted. Last one is shifted here. This 0 have become moved to into this. This one is moved to into this. This one is moved to this. Hence 1 1 0. So this is at the fourth pulse, all the bits are shifted into the register. This already I have discussed. The truth table is also clear, and timing diagram is also clear. Now shift right register, let us discuss. You have to arrange like this. Just connect the you see this flip-flop is this flip-flop is connected with the input, because I want to right shift. So this flip-flop is taken as the first input, main input flip-flop, and the 0th flip-flop is taken as the output. So this is the modification you have to remember. And this is also similar explanation. The inputs are applied here, and sequentially they are shifted to the right for each clock pulse. So on the arrival of the positive clock pulse, the stored bits move one position to the right. Let us assume the data to be stored in the register is 1101. So here with the data in is 1, all the data inputs except the one on left are zeros. So here like this, 100, the first clock pulse 1000, in the next clock pulse 0110, in the next clock pulse 1010, next clock pulse 11, fourth clock pulse, like this. If you do not be confused with that with this, because it is 1 1 0. So you have to apply here 1 1 0. LSB will come into the flip flop. In the previous left shift, MSB first comes to the first flip flop. MSB comes, but here right shift, LSB will enter into the first input flip flop. So this one first LSB is shifted into 1 here, like this. So 0 0 0. This is the first pulse. 1 0 0 0. In the second pulse, this 0 is shifted to here, and the 1 is shifted to here, and this 0 is shifted to here, and this 0 is shifted to here. Okay, that means 0 1 0 0. Third pulse, this 1 is shifted here. So 1, here the 1, and this 0 is shifted into here, and this 1 is shifted into here, and this 0 is shifted into here, 0. That means 1 0 1 0. Fourth pulse, the last MSB is shifted into the, that means here 1, and this 1 is shifted into here, and this 0 is shifted into here, and this 1 is shifted into here. That means 1 1 0 1 at the fourth pulse. So this is the right shifting operation. For each clock pulse, a single bit is shifted right. So what we explained, here are the statements that we can see. So the truth table is here clear. In the first clock pulse, LSB, this LSB is moved into this, hence 1 0 0 0. And in the second pulse, this 0 is moved to here, and this 0 is moved to here, that 1 is moved to here, and this 0 is moved to here, this 0 is moved to here. In the next pulse, third pulse, this 1 is moved to Q3, and this 0, previous 0 is moved to here, this 1 is moved to here, and this 0 is moved to here. And this fourth pulse, this 1 is moved into the Q3, and this previous one is moved here, and this 0 is moved here, and this 1 is moved here, like this. So this is the right shift operation. So this is the timing diagram of shift right resistor. Here the clock pulse, it is active edge, positive edge triggering type of flip flops are taken into consideration, and this is these are the inputs and clock diagram, easily self-explanatory. So this is a 4-bit bidirectional shift resistor. Here we can configure or select the mode of operation, that is mode 0 and mode 1. In mode 0, how does it work? In mode 1, how does it work? Let us see. Our objective here is that the shifting must be left or right as per the mode selection. So here the mode control bit, this is possible with the mode control bit and gate circuitry. Okay, so the gate circuitry is very simple. Let me explain you. the gate circuitry here, the same gate circuitry I would like to explain in detail. Let me take the gate circuitry, how it works here. Two AND gates, two AND gates outputs are connected to one OR gate. This is the gate circuitry. If you observe, if m equals to 0, this is the control bit. Whenever m equals to 0, this gate is disabled. This AND gate is disabled. Hence, data write is not allowed and does not enter into the flip-flop. This path is disabled. Okay. This path is disabled. This path is disabled. But because m equals to 0, in this mode, NOT gate output is 1. Hence, this AND gate is enabled. That means data left DL is allowed into the OR gate and hence it is entered into the flip-flop. That means data left, until that means left shift data is entered into the flip-flop and left shift operation is done for every clock pulse. So with the two AND gates and one OR gate, we are able to configure the shift register as left shift or right shift with the help of this gate circuitry. So this is the important concept you have to remember. Let us see the 4-bit bidirectional shift register here. So you see the gate circuitry. With the help of gate circuitry, we are able to design this. Already I told you the gate circuitry. Now, whenever m equals to 0, for m, let me show, for m equals to 0. For m equals to 0, what happens? Let us see. M bar is 1. M equals to 0 means this gate is disabled. This gate is disabled because m equals 0 is connected. This gate is disabled. These gates. Other gates are, because m equals 0 means m bar is 1. Hence, this gate is enabled like this. All other gates are enabled. Okay. What is the data? Because data write is disabled. Now the data write is disabled. Data left is applied to this gate. Hence, for each clock pulse, this enters into this flip-flop. And for each clock pulse, the data is shifted left through this gate like this into this flip-flop. And this flip-flop data is shifted left through this like this. Next, this data, this flip-flop data is shifted left right like this through this. Understood? I hope you understand. Okay, next let me show you for m equals to 1. For m equals to 1, what happens is m bar is 0. M bar is 0. Hence, this AND gate is disabled. 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 Other AND gates are enabled because m bar is m is 1. M is 1 means other AND gates are enabled. Hence, because this is disabled, the data write the data write is prohibited, does not enter. So data left is allowed, data left is allowed. So that the DL data enters like this input data enters like this is DR data, this is the DR data, this is DL data. So the DL data is prohibited, DR data is allowed. So the data is allowed like this, and this output to data is shifted like this into this flip flop, and this flip flop data is shifted through this AND gate and OR gate into this flip flop, and this flip flop data is shifted into through this AND gate and OR gate, it will be shifted into this like this. So when m equals to 1, the data shifts right. So this is the operation of bidirectional 4-bit bidirectional shift register. I hope you understand. So bidirectional shift register allows shifting of data either to left or to the right side. It can be implemented using logic gate circuitry that enables the transfer of data from one stage to next stage to the right or to the left, depend on the level of control line. The right or left is the control input signal which allows data shifting either towards right or towards left. Okay, this all already I explained in detail. So when right left is high, gates G1, G2, G3, G4 are enabled. These AND gates are enabled. The state of Q output of each flip-flop is passed through D input of the following flip-flop. When the pulse arrives, the data are shifted one place to the right. When right left signal is low, that means mode control is low, gates G5, G6, G7 are enabled. The Q output of each flip-flop is passed through D input of the preceding flip-flop. So like this, the data is shifted left or right according to the mode selection. Now let us see the parallel in to parallel out shift register. So the data is presented in a parallel format to the parallel input pins PA to PD and then transferred together directly to their respective output pins QA to QD by the same clock pulse. But one clock pulse it is possible, then one clock pulse loads and unloads the resistor. This is the important point in the case of PIPO. So this is the 4-bit parallel data. Once one clock pulse comes, then the loading of the data is done like this. So the data, for example, 1010, that 1010 comes into this like this, 1 1 0 1 0 like this. And the data is parallelly out like this, 1 0 1 0. That means with one pulse the data is entered and it is out. So this is the parallel in parallel out shift register. So this is the timing diagram of parallel in parallel out shift register. Clock pulse for every edge, if you observe the data input D0, D1, D2, D3 data input values and how they are shifting. If you observe here the values of data input is 1010. In the same clock pulse they are shifted, you see, 1010 in the same clock pulse. So within the same clock pulse they are shifted. And in the next clock pulse, new data arrives, new data is also shifted. 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 0. One clock pulse is enough for parallel in, parallel out. So this is the n bit parallel in, parallel out register. That means for n number of data bits, you need n number of D flip-flops connected like this. So this is the n bit PIPO. So PIPO shift register, previously with the help of mode control bit, I told you this is the mode control bit. Here its name is shift load. Shift load. That means observe here, the data is loaded into the parallel PIPO register, and once it is loaded, then shift operation can be done when mode is 0. When mode is 1, shifting operation is done. When mode is 0, loading operation is done. The data is loaded into the flip-flops. The loading, how it is done with the help of this gate circuitry, I told you in detail. So this is the standard gate circuitry that can be used while configuring the mode of operation, loading or shifting. For example, let us take for example load 101. Let us take 101 load. To load, what is the control must be? 0. Whenever it is 0, the control bit is 0. The output of NOT gate is 1. Here 0, this line is 0 line. So 0 line is running like this. That means this gate is disabled. This gate is disabled. Left side AND gates are disabled. And because loading is there, output of NOT gate is 1. Then this gate is enabled. These right side AND gates are enabled. Hence the data, input data, that is what is the input data? B1, B2, B3 and so on up to Bn. These data are loaded into the flip-flops. That is B1 is loaded here. Next this is a B2 is loaded through AND gate OR gate into this like this. This is the B2 is loaded like this. This is Bn data is loaded into this like this. And at the same time this data is available at the output like this. Like for every flip-flop Q1, Q2 up to Qn, this data is simultaneously available at the output. So this is the PIPO loading. And PIPO shifting also is possible with the circuit. PIPO shifting, how it is done? Whenever one mode control bit is shift load control bit, mode control bit is 1, then NOT gate output is 0. This is 1. So that means these right side gates AND gates are disabled. Right side AND gates are disabled. Only left side AND gates are enabled. So hence the loaded data is shifted right side like this. For each clock pulse, one bit is shifted into this, and this data is shifted to here, and this data is shifted to here like this, and this data is shifted out like this. So this is the data shifting operation. So this is the data movement in right shift before shift register. You see, this is the clock cycle 1 2 3, how shifting is initially loading. 0 means load, b1 b2 b3 up to bn, data is loaded. Once loaded, you see how the data is shifted. In the next clock pulse, the shifting operation is done. In the next clock pulse, you see b1 is shifted here, b2 is shifted here, b3, and so on up to bn. Like this, all are shifted like this to the right. So this is the timing diagram of PIPO shift register. In this first clock pulse, the data is loaded, and in the second pulse onwards, from this second pulse onwards, the data is shifted right side. Already each bit how it is shifting, you see. With this, we conclude our lesson, that we have discussed the definition of the registers and the shift registers, and the classification of the registers, and bidirectional 4-bit bidirectional shift register. We have discussed left shift, right shift, and PIPO shift register also we have discussed. Okay, with this we conclude our lesson, and we continue remaining topics of shift registers and applications in the next class. Thank you.